Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'm bringing you guys a tutorial of my tutorials because I get a lot of people in my comments section having trouble with my tutorials, saying they're too hard or things aren't lining up right or the shapes don't look right or everything's jumbled around and all these different issues. And I really don't know what the exact problem is for everybody, and there's not a lot I can do in the comment section to help you guys. So I decided I'm going to make this video. I'm going to show you guys how to follow my tutorials, a quick step-by-step. I'm going to do a couple layers here just to show you guys exactly what to look for, maybe point out some of the things that you guys may be missing, some errors that you might be making that might make your emblem look off or wrong or not correct or whatever. So as you see here, I have my Pennywise tutorial, which is my most popular tutorial by far, and so I'm just going to show you guys basically how to do this, man. So we're going to hit the play button and you're going to see a bunch of the coordinates pop up here, and then you pause the video. So now basically we got to copy all of this information, right? So starting off, I'm going to look down here in the layer bar and I'm going to notice that I'm using the square shape with the rounded edges. So I'm going to go to my layer 1. I'm going to find that shape right there. And we're going to select the layer. Now my job is to copy these coordinates. Now the position 0, 0, I don't have to do anything. The scale 49, 49, this I have to change. Now right now we're on a fixed scale, which means these two numbers will stay the same. If we change it to free scale, then you'd be able to manipulate these two values separately. But right now we got a fixed scale, so let's just go up. I'll make these, I make them 50-50, it doesn't really matter. You can go exact and make it 49-49 if you want to, but this is just a background. It doesn't really matter if it's a little bit off or not. So that's that. Next we got to do the color. So we're going to pull up the color menu and then we're going to toggle the gradient editor. And as you see here, I have white, which is correct, and here we have a different color. We have color number 2 is different. Now one thing with the colors that you should notice is that each color has its own code to it. Every color has its own unique code. So these are things that you should be looking for. Now sometimes you might get a code that's slightly off of what mine is, and that shouldn't matter too much. It should still be a very similar shade. We might encounter that in the video here because I'm not sure, but I think they might have changed it in a patch at some point. But anyways, we're looking for whatever this code is, 0D, 00D, 0D. This writing's too small for me from where I'm sitting, so I don't know exactly, but I think, yeah, it's this one right here, 0D, 0D, 0D. This looks right. So we're going to select that, right? So now we got our colors right. The opacity is still 100%, 100%. Make sure that's correct on both of them. So let's go to the offset and the spread. So I got an 87 offset. So we'll go up here to 87. And we'll change the offset to 65. And that is it. That shape is done. Simple as that. Okay? So let's go to shape 2. So for shape 2, we're going to hit the play button. And once the information pops up, you pause the video. Now this is just one solid color. It's just a white. So I don't pull up the gradient menu here because it's not necessary. There's no gradient. So let's find the shape that I need. It's the football shape, which is down here. Right there. And if you notice, you see this, the way my shape is sitting over here, the angle of it, and this one's completely different. That tells me that the shape has been flipped, right? It's different, right? So we're immediately going to flip the shape. So I'll flip it just like that. And now we're going to copy these coordinates. So I have -50, -70. Now let me just make that really clear, okay? -50, -70. I think this is one of the biggest issues, is that when people are doing the coordinates, they just see 50 and 70, and their shape's gonna end up in a completely different spot. Those negatives really matter. I cannot stress that enough. They really matter. Your shape will end up in a completely different spot if you put like -50 here, and then you make that like the just 70 without a negative. It'll be completely wrong. So be sure to pay attention to those negatives. So let's do that. Let's do -50 and -70. So it's gonna be up here. Just so you know, this is the left analog stick I'm using to control, which you guys could probably figure that out. So left and right controls the X, and the X value, and up and down controls the Y value. So negative 50 right there, and negative 70 is, I know they're changing a little bit. I'll fix it. Right there, almost. There we go. And that was that. Now, the scale is very similar, except this is the right analog stick now. But for this scale, we want to change the values separately, right? So if we just do it how it is, it's going to change them. If you look over here, it's changing them both the same because we're on fixed scale. We want free scale. So we're going to click down the right analog stick, and now we're on free scale. So now we can change those values separately. So it's the same thing. Left and right controls X, up and down controls Y. So we got negative 87 and we got just 31. Okay, so let's go up to 31 for the Y first. And just like that. And then negative 87. Just like that. A little finicky. Just a little tight. There you go. And then on to the next one. You're copying all this stuff. The rotation, 127. Just copy that. So R2 and L2. Right trigger, left trigger. They do the rotation. So we got 129 there. Let's tweak it a tiny bit. And some of these, I admit, they're a little difficult to get them perfectly, but seriously, take the time to make them exact, because if you don't, if you're off by just one increment, it could make the whole thing look off, out of whack. But yeah, as you see, the color's the same. I got the, you know, the white coat here. Opacity is 100%. So this layer is done. I'll set the layer, and that's it. That's basically it. I mean, you're just going to repeat that for every layer, and then your emblem should look exactly like mine at the end. If it doesn't after all of that, then there's something wrong. But I'm pretty sure that this works correctly and everything's fine, because many people have sent me images of this emblem that they've made, and it looks almost identical to mine. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this tutorial of my tutorials. So I hope this helps you guys out. I hope this makes it easier for you guys to follow the tutorials that I put up. I really can't make these any easier than they are. A lot of people say that, you know, do this, do that, but as far as the time I have to do these and, you know, all my resources and things like that, this is honestly the easiest I can possibly make these for you. So as I said, hope this helps you out. If it does and you enjoyed this video, please leave a like rating. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button for me. It helps me out. But that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. I'm Vile Self. If you do have any questions, or if you have any, you know, more issues, you can leave them in the comments, and I'll do my best to help you guys out. But that's pretty much it for this video. So I'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Later.